Welcome to Higher Standards here at Grey Ogre Games. My name is Mick. I'm one of your hosts. Actually, no, I'm your host for tonight. Yeah, I keep forgetting whenever I'm alone. Yeah, just change the opening line. Too used to having somebody else beside me. Anyway, watching the match here between Ruben Sim and John Paul Po. Ruben, haven't seen him in a while. Finally back to Magic, starting to play them decks again, and he's playing the Madhu vehicles. And John Paul Po on the right hand side here, he is playing. What is he playing? Four colors Sahili Rai, I think. Saw him earlier playing this deck. Sweet, sweet deck. Uh, yeah. And Ruben here having a not not the best start, I think. Still lacking the red mana, but he does have one drop and two drop. I'm not sure about his three drop though. So yeah. Where did my There it is. There it is. I'll be right back. So yeah, little tired tonight, but yeah, we come here to cast to watch people play Magic, and John Paul Po here has quite a board, just four mana, but he's already got 9 permanents, and this is just turn four with 9 permanents on the field. With double Servant of the Conduit, I think you can do quite a lot, can't you? The not Maverick Topterist, what's his name? Whirler Virtuoso hitting the battlefield. So he will be able to make at least two Topter tokens. And I think right here, John Popo should just take the damage. I don't think it's wise to block right now. If he takes the damage down to 12, and Ruben's just gonna follow that up with a Gideon and pump out a token. Of course, John Popo will be able to get rid of the Gideon. That is going to be a big threat on the board. So he's gonna get Topter and Topter counters ready and available. So let's bring up Gideon Ally Ellie of Zendika. Let's see whether this works. There we go. All right. So last week, apologies, did not work. And then okay, transition. That's a better view of the playing field. But yeah, Gideon, Ally of Zendika, definitely something that you need to get rid of. Not, you should not leave this card on the battlefield. It is quite powerful. Its +1 ability is to turn it into a 5/5 indestructible creature that's still a planeswalker, and then you prevent all damage that will be dealt to it this turn. Its 0 ability is to protect itself, to put a 2/2 white knight ally creature token onto the battlefield, and then the -4 ability is basically an anthem. So it's a 4 mana, at least it's a 4 mana anthem, which is, well, still powerful because you can't get rid of them emblem. But John Popo seems to easily have gotten rid of that Gideon, and Ruben trades off one of his Knight Ally tokens with the Rogue Refiner here. Oh, sorry, with the Servant of Conduit, not the Rogue Refiner. So 5 mana here for Ruben, which means that he'll be able to cast the Avacyn. The mic's not on. The mic's not even connected. I don't even know where the cable to the mic goes anymore. What's it? It's like a demon trying to like speak into my ear. Uh, so I don't think that's how Eversyn works, Ruben. Oh, oh, huh? This is strange. This is Eversyn. Uh, is it the Purifier? No, Guardian Angel. No, Angel of Hope. No. Huh? Oh, it's Archangel. Right. It's Archangel Eversyn. Yeah. Okay. I know. Yeah. Well, I don't know what your cards do. You can't even read the cards. Unfortunately, okay. So this is the weird part. Like it does this. I can't really get it into the picture, into the frame. So it's gonna be quite a suck image for a while. But yeah, when a non-angel creature you control dies, transform Archangel Eversyn. So actually, that should not have happened. Unfortunately, the game has proceeded along a little too far. So I will go and tell the players after they're done later that that's not supposed to happen. So well, he didn't kill the Scoundrel. The Scoundrel died this turn because the Archangel Eversyn flip. Yeah. So how this works is that when a creature dies, so when a non-angel creature dies, then it puts a delayed trigger on the stack. So you point out the trigger. You as a controller of Eversyn point out the trigger. It's going to go on the stack. It's going to flip anyway. Even if, let's say, Archangel Eversyn does exchange control. So there's going to be now a trigger. Yeah, there's going to be a delayed trigger.
Could it be a blocker with the Knight token?
Sorry?
Because he had a Gideon to play, right?
Yeah. No. The Gideon and the Knight ally token died last turn. So he what Ruben did was to attack with the Trouble Inspector, and then let the Trouble Inspector die, and then he cast the Eversyn. So by right, the Eversyn should not have flipped, but
Maybe in response to or before end of combat, he cast it.
no, but then the Trouble Inspector would have died.
Well, because against it.
Yeah, because it begins indestructible. So I will let the players know after the game is done, because I was trying to find the rules for it, and I was pretty certain that doesn't really happen. So he's gonna go for the face here. That's 12 points of damage, and I'm gonna go out there to go and instruct the players what is right and what is wrong, because players, they don't know any better. Yeah, judge gonna go out. All right, I'll be right back. Say okay is asking, is this standard more than modern? No, this is standard. Higher standards, man. So looks like, yeah, Zetsuya, you did notice that he put the Eversyn he put the Walking Ballista for 0, but I did not notice that. Alright, so sorry, my bad. Didn't see that. Good job. Anyway, so that's how that's how Eversyn works. Is that when a creature dies, so the Eversyn needs to be on the battlefield first, then a creature dies, then it puts a delayed trigger on the stack. So if you do point out, the delayed trigger, it's just something interesting, is that you cannot not resolve that trigger at the beginning of the next upkeep. If you do forget, what happens is that the trigger gets, once you do remember, if and when you do remember, and if it's not too late and your opponent corroborates your story, the what you call it? You immediately put the trigger on the stack. So yeah. Venom 1982 is asking, what do you guys think about the potential for bannings with new set release? Do you think Saheeli will get the axe? Oh man. Yeah, I don't know. I think, bannings are okay, I guess. It helps. I think it helps R&D get out of sticky situations, like having boring standard rotations or having boring standard formats, or having excessively oppressive decks. So yeah. So I think the bannings are fine, if they are justified. Of course, you don't just release a set and then immediately ban a card from the new set. That would kind of suck. And regarding your question, do you think Saheeli will get the X? I don't think so. If anything, the cat gets the X, because that cat is problematic. That cat combos off with a lot of things. Like, I mean, a lot. So yeah. Truth or dare saying yes, it's Ruben. The prodigal has returned. Well, prodigal son, I think. Not just the prodigal. Maybe it's just the prodigal. Who knows? Anyway, you're watching Higher Standards here at Grey Ogre Games. My name is Mick. I'm your host for tonight. Watching the match here between Ruben and John Popo. Let me go and update the score. Ruben won the first game, so it's 1-0 to him. Congrats. But let's see. They continue and try. I think Ruben is playing the Madhu Vehicles deck, which doesn't really have a lot of vehicles anymore. So let's just call it the Madhu Ballista deck. Maybe just Madhu aggro. And John Popo here is playing the 4-color Saheeli Rai deck. So yeah. Venom 1982 saying if the cat gets the X, Saheeli loses all value. So it's the same thing. No, it's not the same. Not exactly the same thing. Saheeli is useful in certain situations. I think not the best card, but it's still useful. The cat is even more useful, and the cat enables way too many combos. So the cat enables a lot of combos. So I think the cat is going to get the X. And if you are wondering which cat we're talking about, it's this one. Let's see, let's load it up. Felida Guardian. So it's a 4-mana 1/4. When it enters the battlefield, you may exile another target permanent you control. Emphasis on the permanent part. And then return that card to the battlefield under its owner's control. So it's kind of, it does some stuff. It really does some stuff. So Kiki Jiki, we talk about like Kiki Jiki, Felida Guardian also enables Kiki Jiki. We talk about Pestamite, or what do you call it? Not just Pestamite, but the other card. Exarch. What's the Exarch called? I forget. The blue color Exarch. So anyway, yeah. Seoki saying Saheeli is not a standard viable card by itself. Probably some copy shenanigans at casual decks at best. Feels good in Artifact EDH though. Yes, I agree. Actually, it feels good in EDH. Despite having artifacts, because it copies a creature. You gotta remember that you can copy something like a Sun Titan, and then it gets haste. So that means you get 2 copies, 2 activations of the Sun Titan, and then you get haste as well. So Ruben here gonna attack in with that Scrap Heap Scrounger. Let me go and how do I... Where do we... okay. Don't want to capture the cursor. It's okay. Ooh, yeah, there we go. So I can just travel around. A Deceiver Exarch, that's right. Venom 1982, that's right. Deceiver Exarch is the card I was talking about. So Pestamite, Kiki Jiki, of course you have to make it at least a Jeskai colored deck instead of a blue red deck. But you get access to stuff like Path to Exile, Stony Silence, Rest in Peace. It's not a bad trade off. Wear and Tear. Wear and Tear is a pretty good modern card. Okay, John Popo here. I think stuck on lands. Gonna cast another. Maybe not stuck on lands, but definitely not. Playing out the Rogue Refiner first to draw a card first, and then laying the land and going Attune Invader. No, Oath of Nissa. So Oath of Nissa is a great way to make sure that you can keep up your land drops, and if you got it, it's a great way for you to keep up gas. So okay, saying Path to Exile got out of favor because of Fatal Push. Yes and no. For those decks that do play black or do splash the black just for Fatal Push, that's nice, but I think Path to Exile is still a strong card. Especially the fact that it gets to exile a creature. Not bad, but not fantastic either. Fatal Push is pretty good. So still good. All good, man. Of course, I run white black, so I run both. Doesn't really matter. I run an Esper Spirits deck, so I run all the removal. Yeah, that's right. So if you're playing mono white or you're playing like some non-black, this thing, but it's so easy to splash a color, right? Blood Moon is not a thing in modern. Alright, back to the game. Ruben just cast this very powerful card. It is called the Heart of Kiran. Where is it? There we go. Load it up. 5 stars with 0 votes. See, 5 stars. Community rating 5 stars with 0 votes. 2 mana. It's a 4/4 legendary artifact vehicle. It's got flying and vigilance. And you crew 3. It becomes that 4/4. But the alternate crewing cost is that you may remove a loyalty counter from the planeswalker you control rather than pay the Heart of Kiran's crew cost. So awesome. Saying Path would be much better in current standard than Push, probably, with all the graveyard recursion and Embalm. That is, well, I think that's kind of true. I do like myself some graveyard based sets. I really liked Innistrad, the Shadows over Innistrad, as well as what's the set after that? Eldritch Moon. And I think I'm gonna like this set a lot because, man, the graveyard shenanigans is just awesome. We have Cathartic Reunion still in standard, so cherish it while you can, people, because these combination of cards are insane. And there's a lot of creatures, and there's a lot of enchantments that trigger when you discard a card. Not just when you cycle a card, but when you discard a card. So pretty good. Alright, Ruben here stuck on 4 lands. Gonna Painful Truths here. Take 3 points of damage and draw himself some cards. Maybe he's trying to look for a shock, but draws 3 lands. That's tough. He's looking for that shock. He does have a land now to play the the Scrapheap Scrounger, but right now I think just lay a land and pass the turn. There's no reason why you should be, you should not be feigning some form of removal here. But he's going to be taking 4 points, at least 4 points of damage. And if there's a Sahili Rai, the game is over. And if Jompopo can read this, he might just go for it. Maybe Sahili Rai number 1 and see whether there's a shock in hand. No, Ruben just calmly takes it. 4 points of damage. It's not much that he can do. Yeah, no problem. Just take it. I don't think can he bring something back? Does he have creatures in his graveyard? I wonder. Yeah, say okay, saying so many cards 2 for wanting destroy removals or outright ignoring sorcery speed removal lately. I miss the times when I could just cast Crux of Fate and feel safe. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I know, right? Like you just Crux and then say non-dragons, and then next, or you cast the what's his name, the 3/7 guy. I forget what's the Dragon Lord. Whatever, blue black Dragon Lord guy. Yeah, and then you just cast Crux of Fate. And then look at your opponent like, yeah, dragons. Truthful there saying, time for Ruben to do his bluff. Oh yeah, it's the bluffing time. And now more than ever, I feel. So let's see, I think he leaves up some red mana. So lay a land, pass the turn, leave up some red mana, and then see if oh no, okay, so lays a tap land. Okay, the reason why I say leave up some red mana is so that Jompopo doesn't get itchy or doesn't get antsy and able to cast a Sahili Rai to win the game. Let's see what he can do. Silumgar, that's the one. It's not Dragon Lord. I know it's not Dragon Lord. It's Silumgar, the Drifting Death. That's the one. When it attacks, or whenever a dragon attacks, all your opponent's creatures get -1/-1. Sure, I like that card a lot. Very control magic type of. Now Jompopo, more energy than he knows what to do with. He doesn't have tower in his deck, so his deck is not a Temur Tower deck. How you wish that your deck could just spend energy and then just blast somebody in the face. Truth or Dare 1990 saying Hexproof 2 OP though. Yeah, of course. That's why it costs 6 mana to cast the bugger. It's 6 mana for a 3/7 Hexproof. You're never gonna kill that guy unless you cast like a Crux of Fate or something. And at that point in time, I don't think there were a lot of sacrifice. You sack a creature, I sack a creature kind of thing. Oh no, there was the 3 mana 3/1 slum merciless slumbag. I don't know. I forget what's the name of the card. But anyway, you know what I'm talking about. 3 mana for 3/1, then each player sacrifices a creature, and in fact they printed out Merciless Marauder. That's the one. Merciless Executioner. Yeah, that's the one. But rarely will you be able to resolve a Merciless Executioner with the with mana floating around. Okay, so Jompopo here tries to go in for the kill, gets blown out, or gets ambushed by Avacyn. And Okay, so he lets it go. They're gonna go to blocks, and they block the two biggest dudes because, if Ruben takes any combination, he will be taking close to lethal. It goes down to 6 here. Second main phase, maybe it's Felida Guardian. Felida Guardian number 2. Yeah. Felida Guardian number 2 here. Gonna blink the Oath of Nisa. I do see removal. But Felida Guardian number 3 gonna enter his hand right now. Just past the turn. Yeah, I know. That's why there were two. One was in Truth or Dare 1990 is saying there's two such edict creatures that were in standard at that point in time. One was Merciless Executioner, and the other one was I forget, Slum Marauder. No, that's the 4 mana one. Flashback Marauder. That's the one. Flashback Marauder. So those two were in standard at the same time, which to my delight, I love these type of both creature sacrifice or kill your own creature type, fill up your graveyard type cards. Love them, love it. And I hope they print out something that's similar in the next set. It'll be pretty good. Especially if you can blink the creature at instant speed. Oh, too good, too good. But of course, dice to shock. I mean, like, dice to a lot of things actually. I'm curious why Jumpopo. Well, he didn't have the mana. No, he did. I'm curious why he didn't cast the Felida Guardian last turn and then try to go for the combo. I understand that Ruben had some like all 5 mana up, but gotta try, gotta do. True for that, saying there is the edict effect. There's a black trial is an edict. Yeah, I know. And then you gotta play the cartouche. Man, don't be a cartouche. And but I don't know. The cartouche is okay. I guess you can play like black green cartouche. No, black edict effect and then something the cartouche. But you need a creature to be able to like cartouche, cast the cartouche on. It's kind of strange, you know. There is the 1 mana, the white color 1 mana cartouche, which gets you a 1/1 creature. So I guess you could do that. So you can like turn 3 do the edict thing, and then turn 4 lay a land, do the 1/1 cartouche thing, and then edict your opponent again. I guess. I don't know. Doesn't sound like a good idea, but who knows. So Gideon here, plus, minus. I think maybe you shit out a token first. Poop out a 2/2. Crew the Heart of Kiran, and now is the time to get in the beats. Now there is no better time for you to beat your opponent in the face right now. Okay, so instead goes to plus. Oh, there goes the phone. Goes to plus the Gideon, and then use that Gideon to crew up the Heart of Kiran. Yep. Jump Popo to the rescue. Just as I came in, just as I left. Ruben here gonna crew up the copter -4, the Gideon. That was a strange lineup play. How did the Gideon die? Huh? Okay, I've missed quite a few things. I have missed quite a few things, so you guys gotta catch me up whenever I had stopped talking at some point. How come the Everseen got the flip? Where did the Gideon go? How come? Yeah, I don't understand. I'm not whatever. So yeah, John Popo here got the choice between, let's see what are the 3 cards. So he picks a land, so I'm guessing those other 2 cards are not so great. Oh, he used the Gideon to crew the heart 5 times. So that's cute. That's very cute. Unfortunately, this decision might bite him in the ass. So I don't know, man. Why not keep the Gideon? The Gideon is so good. So strange. I'm yeah, I understand. So it went to the graveyard as a creature. So I'm quite curious now. So John Popo here gonna make 6 tokens. 6 1/1 flying tokens. Gonna take 3 though. Gonna go down to 2, and so any attack from the Heart of Kiran or the Everseen, if unblocked, will end the game. However, on the backswing, Ruben is now down to 6. So on the backswing, Ruben will die. Shock to the face. And of course the top deck. Top deck is so easy, man. This game. Easy game. Alright, you guys are watching Higher Standards here at Grey Ogre Games. It's only round 1. We've got now 2 rounds to go, so stay tuned. Before we go and I put you on a replay, just gonna let you know that you can join us every Tuesday and Wednesday nights for Standard and or Modern. And sometimes on the weekends we have tournaments as well, just to stay up to date. Follow our Twitch channel, follow our Facebook page, twitch.tv/Grey Ogre Games. If you miss those tournaments, it's okay. Just head on down to youtube.com/Grey Ogre Games. Catch all the replays of our previous tournaments, like the RPTQ. That was very exciting. Last but not least, do listen to the Power 9 podcast every week. Myself and Alfian, we get together and we talk shop about this game called Magic the Gathering. Okay, we're gonna go on for a short break, but don't go away. We'll be right back. So see ya.